a mermaid slowly surfaced from the water. Seeing this, the man quickly hid. After the mermaid crawled up onto the shore, the man and the mermaid started playing a game of hide and seek. At that moment, another mermaid also appeared from the water. The two mermaids quickly swam back into the sea. As Tyler anxiously stared at the surface of the water from the shore, Jason quietly approached from behind him. Upon learning that a mermaid had surfaced, Jason immediately raised his submachine gun, aiming at the water. As bubbles continued to rise from the surface, he began to grow more tense. At the same time, after Jack and the others had fully activated the sacred tree mechanism, they quickly fled the area as the underwater world began to collapse. Once they made it to land, Jack informed everyone that they needed to head into the sacred tree immediately. But Jack had a bad feeling, and holding his gun, aimed it at the water. The next second, a mermaid lunged out of the water. At this point, more and more mermaids were appearing. Even though they had guns, they couldn't kill them all, as more mermaids kept surfacing. Soon, they ran out of bullets and were forced into close combat with the mermaids. After barely fending off one wave of mermaids, Jack hurriedly retreated into the sacred tree, quickly shutting the door behind him. But the door didn't hold for long and was soon breached by the mermaids. At this point, Tyler was being relentlessly pursued by the mermaids and couldn't defend himself. In the end, to save his own life, he cut off the escape route for the others. Luckily, Uncle Ming discovered an alternate path, and they quickly ran into a crack in the rocks, temporarily shaking off the mermaids. Tyler, thinking he was safe, had no idea that a mermaid had appeared right behind him. After passing through the narrow mountain path, they found themselves back at the spot where they had first seen the sacred tree. However, the temperature here was rising, and it seemed the sacred tree was about to activate. Jack quickly shouted for everyone to climb the tree, but by then, countless mermaids had caught up to them. They could only climb the tree while fighting off the mermaids. As violent tremors shook the area around the tree, some of the mermaids lost their grip and fell, but more mermaids kept emerging. With the chains continuously falling apart, it seemed the area was on the verge of collapsing. Just as Jack was about to climb higher, Tyler suddenly appeared and grabbed his foot. In the end, Jack managed to pull him up. At that moment, the sacred tree began to activate, and seawater began to flood in. This signaled the start of the collapse of the ruins. With the sacred tree carrying them, they successfully shot out of the surface of the sea.